I think my mic's working now. Crazy. What the fuck is this picking up right now? I don't know. Let me know if you can hear me on the... Oh, okay. I hear myself now coming through. Alright, cool. I think we got mic volume now. Alright, let me turn this down a bit on my end. Alright, so what's going on, everybody? We are on day 4 of making Davinci Resolve tools for you guys. Till we hit 10K per month. You know, that magic number. So far, we're at a massive revenue from this. But, no. We're still working on the same tool that we've been working on for a little bit now. We're working on a tool for Figma to DaVinci Resolve, kind of like Overlord for After Effects. Yeah, so let's get started here. So that didn't even go through. Let me make sure that didn't fix this. Oh, so also I went ahead and we were running into the same issue again and again for multiple days in a row. So I went ahead and rebuilt the tool a little bit off stream. I didn't do like a crazy amount of stuff in it.
Alright, let's see if I come through. I switched to this mic on this headset. We'll go ahead and switch the title again. So I cannot get my mic to work for whatever reason. Boop. Cool. Alright, so we got that working. Switch the title. Looks like we are good to go. If I can just see my screen here. Oh shit. Alright, so we are building a Davinci Resolve plugin to bring Figma stuff into Davinci Resolve. Like quick stuff for SVGs and different things like that. If you've been following along with these videos, we had to rebuild the tool because it was not working properly. Alright. Alright, so our tool needs to recognize frames in Figma because that is considered a layer as well. Right now, I'm not sure what all the different layers that this tool is recognizing, but frames should be one of them. What if like the USB card that came with this is bent and that's why it's not working or something? It lights up and everything. It's just kind of weird. Alright, how's Claude coming up? Alright, we're still working on that. The plugin currently treats frame as a pure container type when a frame is nested inside the selected top level frame. The plugin recurses into it and exposes only its children as layers. The frame itself is invisible to the layer list. The user wants nested frames to appear as exported layers in their own right. Any node whose type is in container types is recursed into and skipped as a leaf. Removing frame from the set makes nested frames show up as exported layers. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Let's see how it does this time around. It didn't do so well last time. Hey, Sankal. Sorry if I butchered your name, man. So what I'm working on right now is a Figma to Davinci Resolve plugin, so like that way you can export SVGs properly into Davinci because there's a bunch of different bugs and stuff that happens, and plus your layers don't line up properly if you just export them. So that way you can, create different templates a lot easier and change things around in your effects rather than having to sort through millions of layers. So, hypothetically, that's what we're building if we can figure out how to do this. Ran into a couple bugs these past few days, and we've been building it out for a couple days now. But, yeah, it should be fun. Hopefully, we can break through. Let's see. It's gonna be like Overlord, except for DaVinci Resolve. If you've seen that for After Effects, that's the same vibe we're going for. Hey, what's going on, everybody? See some new people on the stream here. For those of you that haven't been following along, we're building a plugin for DaVinci Resolve, kind of like Overlord for After Effects. So, except for DaVinci. So it's going to push like SVGs and all your designs from Figma into DaVinci. Will that be an extension to be used on the top? So it's going to be like an extension inside of Figma, and then like you'd click a button, be like export selected layers. And DaVinci, I don't think is a little bit confusing with its API sometimes. So, um, if we can figure it out, it'll be a one button click to DaVinci. But if not, then it would be just like all your layers exported properly, because right now Figma doesn't export the layers properly. So then you just have to like, I don't know, maybe we can build a program that can put it all in DaVinci for you and just build it all in this one program. So we'll have to see on that. Not exactly sure how it's going to turn out. It's going to depend on some different things. Dope. Yeah, man, it's going to be pretty cool. especially if you're doing any type of like motion design work. Do you do any motion design work or I mean just video editing in general? Like I mean they all start to blend together at some point. It pretty much ends up being the same thing. Um, can you run the build for me? Do do do. What are you guys building at the moment? What are you guys working on? Got any projects that you guys are working on? You laughing right now? Oh yeah, it's delayed. Yeah, it is pretty delayed right now on my screen. Alright, let's see. So it says that they built it out, so should see this now. Alright, that is just totally not what we wanted. What happened to all the other layers? This is, I think, what it did before. So what happened to all the other layers that this tool was already finding for the Figma doc that I'm using right now? We went from having 20 layers to 11, and now we have added something new. There should be more, not less. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today we are building out our Figma to Davinci Resolve plugin. Hopefully, if we can get this, going here, it will help you. It'll be like Overlord, where you can quickly export things out in Figma, and hypothetically, they're not all broken, and import into Davinci. So that's what we are going to be building out here. Because if you ever worked with Figma before for designs and stuff, bringing it into DaVinci, it can be a little bit of a pain. Like if you export the whole thing, it's just way too many files within an SVG. When you export things as PNGs, it's not infinitely scalable, and different effects make the screen go black. So there's just a lot of issues that we got to figure out. So that's what we're working on. Alright, let's see if that is true. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. So now we have group 1 BG. Or actually, I don't know if that's what I wanted, but we're definitely getting closer to what I wanted. The PNG here doesn't have a name. Some of the PNG layers don't have names. Why is that? if you guys have been watching for a little bit, please drop a like. It helps me get this out to more of you guys, and helps me keep going. So yeah. Now we just wait for Claude to do its thing. Bum, 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 bum. In the meantime, while Claude's thinking, I'm gonna take a look and see if I can get my other microphone working. I'm just gonna look at some stuff for that. Alright, I think I already watched that video. What did you say? Uh-oh. Big trouble. The troublemaker's pooping. My daughter. So funny. Have any of you guys used Claude to make videos? Have you guys tried Remotion? Have you guys heard of Remotion? I saw they posted an update video yesterday. Added in like light leaks and they added in some other stuff. I haven't even checked it out yet, but it looks pretty cool. Alright, found it. Layer item. Yeah, fix it up, Claude. Do all my dirty work. The name and number should now show on PNG layers. The reasons text appear on a second line below them instead of crushing the name to invisible. Oh, okay, good. Alright, so we got... Let's go ahead and count our layers here. So if we're not counting this frame, which I don't think it is, is it counting this frame though? Like, it counts that one. It just doesn't count the uppermost frame for whatever reason. Kind of weird. I guess it's because it's all these individual items, but what if we have something that's not in the group? Like, what if we add an item let me just copy this arrow real quick. What if we make an item not in the group and it's not gonna let me? It's not working. Control C, Control V. It's not working. How does it display that? Okay, it just displays it as arrow. Arrow. Okay. So now what we decided on before, every individual layer needs its own background. I wish I could expand the names on these. I'm gonna need to make it so that way I can expand this. I can't read all the names. I need to be able to expand the tool. Whether through a scroll bar or just make none of the text go off screen. For instance, let's give it some screenshots for reference because I feel like I'm missing that oftentimes. Let's do window select. Boop. Oh wait, no, we can't do window select because it's taking the whole Figma diagram. Okay, never mind. Boop. Alright, don't save. What have you guys built this week? Have you made anything cool? Any cool videos or anything? Alright, gonna give a refresher for the new guys on the stream. We are making a Figma to Davinci Resolve plugin. Kind of like Overlord, where we can quickly push our designs from Figma to Davinci, because right now there's a lot of problems with that, and we can only push it as a PNG, which I guess is fine, but the problem with that is things aren't infinitely scalable. Actually, that gave me another idea of how we could build this hypothetically, what I just said. So, let me take note of that. Since the PNGs are going to be PNGs anyways, and they probably get pixelated, right? Like, let me test that, because this might be more relevant and it'll be easier. So if we go to I want to figure out where this chick's face is. Okay, so that's this frame. It's in group 2. Video player. Alright, so it's this frame itself. So if we make this frame absolutely huge, I'm not gonna make it that big, but like, let's say we just do times 7, and then we do this times 7. Alright, that goes out of frame. But then what if we pull this out? I don't know, it doesn't get that blurry, so yeah, we'll just do that as a last resort, what I thought of. It'll still work, but it should get blurry though, shouldn't it? Or weird. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at what this has made for us. What Claude's done. Alright, so the problem with this is we don't want to export the same thing twice. So and it doesn't let me to just to select a group. That's kind of whack, dude. Alright, so if we export this, we probably wanted to export the topmost group if there's effects on it. If there's not effects on it, we can export the bottommost group. Okay. Let's see what happens when we click export. Whoops. Is that what we just exported right now? What is this? This was open in Figma. I don't know. I'll put it in drafts. Let's see what this is. Unsupported file type. Weird. I don't know what that was. Come here, Avery. Come here. Avery. Come here. What do you got, girl? What do you got? You got the letter P? That's cool. don't think that's true. Goes to what's going on? What are clothes you're saying? We'll have to put in after then. Is this good? Can I have this or no? Okay. Alright, so right now nothing is popping up. Synthesizing. Alright, Bill, tried the download now. It should save the zip to your downloads folder. Alright, we'll see, Figma. Nah, bro. That ain't doing shit. Not doing nothing. We try refreshing the plugin. I wonder if it makes a difference if we... Nope. Doesn't make a difference. If I click export, I wonder if this is blocking it. Maybe this is blocking it because we have something with maybe the same name that would be in here. Let's see if that works now. Nothing. That is not working. Can we track the issue slash error that is happening? Alright. Day 4. Where the fuck is the debug supposed to appear? I don't see the debug area that you're talking about. Have you been running the build? Can you make it so we can copy the warnings as well? I don't see any of that, dude. Like, what are you working on, brother? What is going on? This thing is just hallucinating like crazy. There should be a debug section because nothing is popping up. Alright, cool. That finally worked. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Um, Alright, let's see. Built, when you open the plugin now, you should immediately see UI script loaded OK in the debug panel. That confirms the panel itself works. If you see that message, okay. Okay. It says it's loading OK, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and just want to make sure my audio is working here. Yes, it is. It's like doing this weird thing. Um, so it says that UI script loaded, but it's just not working when I export. Doesn't display anything. Alright. What's going on, man? How we doing today? Got any projects that you're working on recently in Davinci? Is there anything you need help on? Or are you just here for the vibes? That's cool too. Alright, let's let this thing do its thing. I'm gonna check how many credits I got left. I think that interrupts this, so I'm not gonna do that yet. Alright, built. Now reload the plugin. It doesn't recognize a frame when I select a group instead. Alright, we won't push that through yet. Let's just see what happens. So it says layer done for all these, but when I go to downloads, my downloads folder has nothing in it. Okay, so something's happening. I'm not sure what this is doing. I also noticed it doesn't recognize a frame when I select a group instead. But nothing in our downloads folder or any pop-ups. Let me check our other version of this to see. Let me see if this would let me select where everything was going. But nothing in our downloads folder or any pop-ups. In my other Figma tool, we could make it so I could select where the zip file goes. Alright, I think I'm just gonna risk it and I'm gonna go 17% usage. I forget when I bought this, so I think I bought it yesterday. Alright, so that doesn't interrupt our thing, so that's okay. Also, fix the export handler. Because realistically, anything should be able to be selected and displayed in the tool.
With the newly released Composer 2 from Cursor. So there's a lot that I want to say about this, but in this video, I'm going to be putting it through 2 real-world production vibe coding workflows for BridgeMind. I'm not going to be doing some goofy HTML file where we don't actually learn anything, but we're actually going to be testing this in my vibe coding workflow. So we're going to get to that in a second, but I have 2 production tasks that we're going to be putting this model through to really judge how good it is in a vibe coding workflow. So here it is. It's a frontier level coding model. I want to do a quick review of the blog and give you guys some of my thoughts, some of the benchmarks, and kind of what I see when I look at this. So first of all, the pricing. So 50 cents per million on the input, $2.50 per million on the output. Here's the chart that they get. This is a little bit, I don't like the charts that they provide because sometimes there's a little bit of chart engineering, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But first things first, the pricing. I want to show you guys one thing. So pricing was a huge thing when they released Composer 1.5. If you guys look here, look at how expensive Composer 1.5 is here. So you can literally see $3.50 per million on the input, $17.50 per million on the output, and then even Composer 1, $1.25 per million on the input, $10 per million on the output. Compare that to Composer 2.
Alright, let's see if it did what it said. Alright, we can.
From Composer 1.5 to Composer 2. So that is like really, really impressive. You're going to get a ton of usage out of this model. So that's one thing that I see, because with Composer 1.5, when it initially came out, we were all like, oh wow, that's expensive, right? But that's not the case with this model. It's a very inexpensive model at this point. So I'm interested in that perspective. But another thing here, I'm not even going to look at this.
Alright, it says download button shown.
Cost. So basically their point is, hey, you get a ton of performance for low cost. Okay, we get it. They're trying to say that they're better than Opus 4.6 and they're on par with GPT 5.4 High. But I don't know about that. We'll see when we actually put it through the workflow. But the real thing I want to look at is it does do very well on Terminal Bench 2.0. So you can see it scores above Opus 4.6, much below GPT 5.4, but GPT 5.4 just crushes it on Terminal Bench. But really, what I think we have to do here is look at the model iteration, right? Look at Composer 1.5, 47.9 to Composer 2, 61.7. So that's a huge jump. So people that are using Composer models, this is a huge model for them, right? So this is the example here: Composer 2, Composer 1.5, Composer 1. You can just see Cursor is crushing it in terms of being able to actually improve this model. So I'm very impressed with this. The big thing too is look at Composer 2 Fast. So there's 2 models that they're releasing. It's Composer 2 and then Composer 2 Fast. So Composer 2, you can see it's like kind of of on par with Opus 4.6. It's actually slower than Opus 4.6, and it's slower than GPT 5.4. But then Composer 2 Fast, that has off-the-chart speed, over 200 tokens per second. So what we want to do here is we want to look, what is the pricing for that model, right? And they put it in its own pool. So Composer 2 Fast is $1.50 and $7.50 on the output. So more expensive. It's 3 times the cost of Composer 2, but for the speed improvement, honestly, that's worth it. Like, you're still getting an affordable model, but the speed is off the charts. The one thing that I am curious about is, hey, how is the performance on Composer 2 Fast compared to Composer 2? Because sometimes when you speed up the models, you know, they don't perform as well. So we'll kind of evaluate that. But that's their blog. I'm not going to read everything that they said in the blog, but definitely, like, the key takeaways here are, okay, they definitely have improved Composer, and they also have launched this Composer 2 Fast model, which we want to try out. But with that being said, let's get right into testing out this model. If you guys haven't already joined the Discord server,
Alright, cool. So let's see what this just whipped up. See if it fixed this. Built the results section and the download zip button should now actually appear after export. Try it and let me know. Okay, let's just reload this because it's gonna be our best bet here. Boom, 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 boom. Processing. Alright, so we didn't get a download button, but we got a copy log button. Alright guys, I gotta turn off my cam for a minute. I'll still be here in the chat. Alright. Alright, we still here. I'll have my cam back on shortly. Alright, let's see. Let's see if this, Oh, somebody's excited. The export is working and collected files has 36 files. Can you see the download zip button? If yes, click it. Tell me what happens. Well, it didn't work before, but let's just try one more time. So we can pop in here, export selected layers. It also says it's removing filters and stuff, which would it really be doing that again if it actually removed them in the first place? Or is that when this, because this kind of pops up in a weird way. So maybe it is doing that actually. So let me see here. No, I don't see a download button. The download button likely has a name, has the same CSS. Let me check line 321. Alright, let's look at how we're going on usage here because we just checked we were at 17%. We might need to start a new session soon because right now it's burning more credits. If you guys are in the chat right now, let me know. Pop in, say hi. Let me know what you're working on. Right now, we are working on a Figma to Davinci Resolve plugin. Built. Try the export again. The download button should appear. Let's see. Woohoo! We did it! Alright, let's see. Does it work? Oh my gosh! It works! We're getting somewhere! Oh my goodness! Alright, so let's take a look at what this exported for us. I was gonna say, okay, so a beautiful blank picture of nothing. Okay, and it's also exporting like multiple things. So I think what we need this to do, like multiple of the same, we probably need this to filter this in some way, because we only need one of these. We don't need 50 of them. Though I will say it is nice to get like the full picture one, which our other plugin was doing. This does not, it looks like. Oh, that just exported the frame. That's funny. Wow, it even left that purple border on there. Disgusting. All right, let's bring some of these effects into. Let's bring some of these layers into DaVinci real quick. Let's see if. Let's bring some of these layers into DaVinci, see if it worked. All right, so nothing new to me. Hi, did you fix the problem from yesterday? So, no, we weren't able to fix the problem from yesterday. What I did was I actually rebuilt the plugin. So, we're going to see if we can just get around it entirely. So far, we've run into some other problems. But I'm just going to kind of build the tool differently. So, hopefully, we don't run into that issue. But we'll see. That's the thing with Claude, though, sometimes. You'll run into a lot of the same issue for a while until you kind of figure out how to break through. Yeah. Oh, I think my webcam just froze. Oh, we're back. We're back. So no, we did not technically fix that issue, but right now we're running into different issues. So let's see if we can get past these ones. But we just fixed one of them, so let's see how we fare here. Let's go ahead and let's just bring this into DaVinci. Let's clean out our comp. I really wish DaVinci would implement a different system for importing these SVG files. just gets totally broken. Alright, SVG. Alright, that's not removing the Now let's do a fresh export. Let's see if we use this to strip our Figma layers. Let's see what happens here. Alright, I'm not sure if I can just click the download zip button or not. But I guess that's a problem with every AI, at least when it comes to coding and math. Yeah, it definitely is. It runs into a lot of the same issues and it doesn't know how to like get through it. I think like maybe there's a missing communication layer. I'm not sure exactly how the AI's attaching to these programs. So maybe it's not fully attaching to these programs and it's just kind of like winging it and throwing crap at the wall till something sticks. I'm not really sure. I mean, that's essentially what we're doing anyways, so um let's see. But I've learned that the more you give it like detailed answers, it oftentimes is a lot better at figuring out what the hell is going on. Oh, so that just interesting. So let's export all these things. It's done. Alright, I'm just gonna overwrite this one. I can't remember. Did you say that you've used have you been using AI to code anything yet? Have you tested it out? Because for some things it can be really good. Like my website, I mean, it took a little while to do, but it it came out pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, I would say almost guaranteed, man, that it is gonna take a long time. It's just kind of the name of the game. But like, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. If it didn't take a long time, then everybody would be doing it. So that's the thing. Granted, a lot of these processes have gotten a lot faster, but and somebody could very well be working on this at the very same time that I am. Um, Which one was it? 014. Alright, 014. It's gonna definitely be interesting to see how the world is in a couple years after this comes through, and see like how the job market is affected and everything. Curious to see how that's gonna turn out. So I found. Actually, let's go into a different session here. Found another bug. It looks like this. Actually, before I type this in, let me see. It was layer 14. So what is layer 14? Let's take a look at number and badge SVG. Number and badge. It's interesting on why that's even coming in as black in the first place, because this doesn't even have any effects on it. So maybe there's a mask or something. I'm not even sure why Resolve is throwing an error with this one, actually. It's kind of weird. Maybe because the stroke is rounded. I tried it once for statistics, but the result was rather like a hint to solve the problem. Oh, were you working in that programming language? I forget, it was like programming language R, or is that somebody else? And I could have totally got that programming language wrong. My memory is dog shit. So I'm gonna see. Maybe this is throwing an error. Oh, okay, cool. That was you. Okay. So I do remember a little bit then. Alright, I'm gonna see if it's because these endpoints are round. Otherwise, I don't know why it would be. Um, the blend mode is normal. Maybe there's a mask on this frame or something. Yeah, before I make any other changes, let me just delete this icon real quick. And let's see what happens for that. Oh, wait, whoops. Wait, what the heck happened here? Was this... That must have been something I was working on earlier. I'm just gonna delete that. I think I was trying to test something. Alright. And I forget, did I ask you yesterday, do you use Davinci? And if you use Davinci, what type of stuff do you make? Like, what type of videos do you make? Hi. Hi, beautiful. My daughter's gonna be helping me on my side here. Help me code this up. Alright, let's see. So this is what I'm saying about my memory. I don't remember if I just did this like 5 seconds ago. It's so bad. So let's extract that. Let's see if it keeps putting me right into the folder. Alright. Number 14. Oh, you know what? What's in this? I know why this is doing this, I bet. Am I just not paying attention? Like, number and badge. Let's see. No, it doesn't have any images in it. I thought it might have an image in it, and that's why it's throwing an error. Yeah, then came the time of having no time, right? Isn't that how it goes, man? That's that's crazy, bro. That's why I'm using AI. I'm trying to just automate everything, man. Really, like anything I can automate in my life to get back more of my life, I guess, is the route that I really want to do. Plus, everybody else is using it, or not everybody else is using it, but I see a future where everybody else is going to be using it. So basically, if you're not using it now, in my opinion, you're gonna be left behind because like everybody's gonna already be like more advanced than you in the future because they've already started using it now. They've had more repetitions to kind of figure some different things out. I don't know though. That's just my take. So I really don't know why this is doing that, honestly. Um, this is a completely different issue than before. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Is this exporting every single layer with the same exact frame that we got going on? Wait. It's got the purple frame, so let me see if we can get this to spit out text properly. Yeah, I mean, that's a tricky one, like impacting their IQ. Because, like, I don't know, I see it in, like, multiple different ways. Like, I see a world where, yes, it could potentially take a big hit to their IQ, but then, like, I don't know, on the other side of things, I think to myself, um, oh, it's been studied though, so I guess it's probably already proven. What I was gonna say is the other way that I'm looking at it is like if you're spending less time doing all the things you don't need to do and you can just have AI automate that stuff, then you can focus on the things that you want to do. And I guess I don't know. Maybe I need to think about that more and how that really like would impact your IQ, but I'm sure yeah, the studies are probably accurate. Definitely more accurate for sure. I wonder what the kids are going to be learning, man. I assume it'll probably be a while before school systems start adopting this stuff anyways though, because they're always going to try and fight it even though everybody's going to be using it. So that is really interesting. Actually, I had a debate with my fiance and my mother not too long ago about this because that's one of the things that really scares her. Like, what is the world gonna become if everything comes overtaken by AI? Or that was like my mom's thought process, at least. Uh, I forget. Did we make any? What did the latest studies say? Have you heard of any other interesting information that came out? It's just like the question of the knife is bad or good though. But I guess we don't want to go into philosophy. Nah, let's do it, man. Let's go into philosophy, man. This stuff's interesting to me. It's fun to talk about, dude. Cause I'm really curious on like how this is gonna turn out because like it could play out so many different ways. I really think AI is going to be taking a massive leap. Like it's just like AI is like that exponential curve because it's learning from itself. It can teach itself 24 hours a day. So it is crazy to think about what this is going to be in literally like a year from now, 2 years, or even further, 5 years from now. It's freaking insane. Um, I forgot what I was even testing. I don't even remember honestly. Wait. Didn't I delete this earlier? That must be this. So that's the plugin spitting out that error, I'm pretty sure. Let me run this through export again. Boop 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 boop. It's just like the question of the knife is bad or good though. Is the knife bad or good though? Maybe not for babies. The knife isn't good for babies, but um for me, knife works pretty good, man. I'm not going around killing anybody. You know, it's nice to open up boxes or cut zip ties sometimes. We're getting very specific in these use cases here. Alright, it looks like it didn't regenerate. Kind of weird. So I don't even know. That's like just we just had some weird shit going on right there for a second. Right, so I was checking out something with the frame. Because this is exporting the whole frame. It's also got some weird shit going on here with the text too. Let me see if I can figure that out. Where that's coming from. That might just be busted. Alright, I won't worry about the text too much. Alright, so did we ever fix this stripping effects? That's what we were working on. Okay, right. That is what we were working on. So let's go ahead, delete these so that way we can start fresh. Download this, go in here, click this, extract, extract. Go back into Davinci Resolve, Fusion. So do you edit videos now? If you went into DaVinci one time, or do you not edit videos anymore? That could also be a problem. Maybe not. Alright, so we got... I forget what I was going to run as a fix, though. Oh, maybe it was this. Was it this that was doing that? No. Yeah, it's literally the background. Okay, that's literally why that was doing that. So it's not removing effects properly. Or at least not... Maybe it's removing effects, but it's not removing it on the frame itself. So let me... Now let me re-export this, because maybe this will work now. Boop, 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 boop. So what do you got going on, man? Are you still in school at the moment, or are you out of school now? Um, yeah, you'd rather work, man. What do you do for a living? Money is nice. No, that did not fix that. It made the text nodes properly though. So that's good. It's still... Oh, so you still are in university. Oh, okay, interesting. Economics. O economics. What is O economics? And what do you want to do with it? What are you planning on doing with it? Maybe you're already working in the field right now. So that did not work. We need to figure out where this is coming from. The plugin is not stripping the effects properly, or at least it's not doing it for the uppermost frame. Yeah, so if we can figure this out, we might be able to get around the problem that we're having in the other tool, because it looks like this is doing something differently. So that's already gonna be a plus. Plus. They all want some deeper knowledge to work there, so I'm just doing a part-time job anyone can probably do. That's cool though, man. You're getting some money up though. That's always good. I need to get my money up a little bit. We're gonna be, you know, as long as this plugin's not out, we can only make money on what we're already selling. Because I don't have anybody working for me at the moment, so it's just me. So any work, I'll probably focus most of my time on this plugin. So at the moment, we'll just be doing this. I don't know how it is where you live, but in Europe, there are many people studying this. Yeah, I just never heard of O economics before. I've heard of economics. Um, I mean, maybe that was a typo, or, but I'm definitely not filled in with that either. So very well could be a group of O economics. That would be for you to let me know, actually, because I have no idea. The function starts iterating from frame children, so the root itself is never included in the return array. Well, it should be, buddy. We need to get rid of that. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, I've heard of economics. I was originally going to school. I went to school a couple times, but the first time I went to school, I think I was going for accounting because I've always really liked math a lot. Well, I should say any math other than geometry. Geometry sucked. I don't know if they make you take that in Europe or not, but I hated geometry. But then I ended up dropping out from that, and then I went back to school a couple of years later for like computer coding and stuff. Um, I forget. This didn't end up working, did it? Boop, 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 boop. Not even sure this is removing effects. I really don't think it is. So we're going to need to fix that next. I got to work on some other plugins at some point, put them on the site. I have a couple different things that I built over the past couple weeks that I never put on the site just because they're about to be done, but they're not quite there yet. The topics in math in schools for A levels chance every year a bit. Oh, probably change every year a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It had much to do with vectors. Your school was teaching math about vectors? Yeah? Kind of surprising. Oh, right. We were just testing the Figma plugin. We don't actually need to know. Um, though, actually, we kind of do need to know. Because this is not. It's not removing. This plugin seems to not be adjusting my original design in Figma. Is that a feature or a bug? Because this way I can't really see if it's working or not. I suppose we could add that, but let's see what Claude thinks of this, because this could end up making it a lot more like the thing from yesterday, the plugin that we had yesterday. So Could break this. This is by design for export, but the cleanup feature is what modifies your original design. Oh, okay. Let me see. So let me run that. I think we already tried that though. Mode, clean up Figma layers. So it says cleanup done, but nothing's changing. So what I think we need to do is the cleanup should always affect whatever layer is selected as well, because right now it's not selecting the top layer frame and adjusting. Cleanup should always affect whatever layer is selected as well, because right now it's not selecting the top layer frame and moving effects. Cleanup should always affect whatever layer it is selected as well, because right now it's not selecting the top layer frame and removing effects from it. I know we already gave it something like that, but it's still just not listening. Are you minoring in anything at college or university? I forgot how that works. I feel like it was like an option or something at my school at least. Can't remember if I minored in anything or not. Most problems can be solved with advertising. Alex Hermosi. I love Alex Hermosi. Great guy. Alright, let's see. Let's rerun this plugin. Head up here. Go to mode, clean up layers. The problem is it doesn't even, it's not even in here. Like the uppermost frame is not even in here. Let me see if it's working for other effects though. Effect. We put that on user baker. Okay. Stripped. It works. The topmost frame still doesn't lose the effect, most likely because it's not a part of the selection in the tool. I was going to say something else to it around this, but I want to see what this comes back with first. And hopefully this doesn't break the tool. I should probably make a backup of the tool because last thing we want is to have to start from scratch after we start to figure everything out. That would be a real pain in the ass. Yeah, sometimes it feels like AI likes to see you suffer. Dude, every day, man. All day long, 24 hours a day. It hates me. Hopefully that part's entertaining though. You can just watch me like crying in the background or something. Talking about how I gotta cry myself to sleep tonight. AI is ruining my life. I'm Bro, it's just being a total asshole, bro. It will not recognize the node I'm selecting. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. You should add an option to the selection for literally whatever. No, this won't work because technically I'm selecting everything. Nah, don't think so bad of me. No, no, no. I'm not talking about uh you. I was saying I mean I'm not AI or something like that. I don't know, man. Can we prove this? Where's the face cam? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Um, but no, I was just playing. Like sometimes people like watching I mean people like watching movies and stuff to see other people suffering and whatnot. Like it could be like Rob's reality show of his life going down the drain. And then we just got you cheering in the background. Woohoo! But no, I wouldn't think bad of you for it, bro. It's just one of those things, man. People like witnessing other people's failures. We like helping people too, but what is this doing? You should add an option. You should add an option to the selection for literally. No, that won't work. How would we even display this? Like, I don't even know because all of these are groups. So we could literally list like, well, I could talk German if it helps you verify. How do I not know you're just a German chat bot? No, we're going deep into this, but no, I'm just playing with you. I'm sure you're a real person. Unless you're not. I only know one thing in German right now. I'm not even sure it's accurate because my mom just taught it to me. Because, I don't know, I think a good percentage of my stuff, um, I think, good percentage of my heritage or whatever is German, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of embarrassed though because I don't know if it's gonna be accurate or not. I'm almost positive I'm gonna butcher it. So don't hate. The größte Fish by Snick the Merston Tog. That's all I know. That's all I know, man. And you can tell me whether I said that accurately or not. Uh, so this is not. I suppose. So this is not listing the top most layer at all. I think it should list this in the selection just by itself. Yeah, I understood it half the way too. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like the little fish only. I don't know. I don't even know, man. The größte Fish by Snick the Meerstentag. That's what she always says. But I don't think that's the only thing she knows too. That's my mom. But I think like a lot of my ancestry comes from Germany, yeah. That and maybe Russia, I think was maybe the other one. I've never actually tested it though, so this is just what I'm being told by my family. Can you... Whoops. Why are we in plan mode? What the hell happened here? Oh, because we started a new session. Can you run the build for me? Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll have to clarify with my mom because she does apparently know what it means. At least what she's trying to say. Um Yes, it's working. Okay. So now we go into cleanup and it works. Alright. So now let's see. It's gonna export the same thing. I'm almost sure of it. But let's say we do that. I also want this checkbox for outline text to just be. Oh, let me see. Let me look this up. Let me look this up. To English. The bigger the fish, the bigger the bones. Hmm. I feel like it was supposed to be like the big fish bites on the small day, but that doesn't really make sense, so I don't know. It could be. I feel like whatever phrase she said could have possibly got lost in translation. It's definitely getting lost in translation in my mind. I can tell you that right now. It's kind of weird seeing that that starts with a J too, and not like was it pronounced like the beginning part like duh the gross to fish like just seeing a J seems weird. Export selected layers. Okay, processing. We need to get rid of this. I don't really like how I have to scroll, but I guess we can get rid of that in the future. It's hard to tell with the words how to pronounce it right. Mm-hmm. Definitely is. If you're like looking at it like English. At least some of the words. Um, SVG. What were we doing? We were doing 14 before, so let's find 14 again. Is 14 not even here? What the fuck? What the hell is going on here? Did we just butcher this frame or something? Like, I swear it was 14. I'm almost positive on that. Maybe this group thing's differently now. Let me see what this is. Either way, it's still fucking shit up. Alright, so... Yep. Alright, so real quick, I'm gonna make it so that way this plugin, starts with. I need to pronounce the J like yes. Damn, bro. That's crazy. That's so weird, dude. I mean, probably not weird to you, but coming from English as a first language, it just feels wild. Alright, what was that? We wanted to start with outline text unselected. Ignore overlapping layers. I wonder what that does. What does it mean it ignores overlapping layers? I have a design file that uses slices to export. Alright, let me double check to see if this fixed this. Yep, that worked. I'll just bring this over to the other screen. Alright, I have a design file that uses slices to export components variants in different states. I recommend myself. See you tomorrow. Alright, brother. See you tomorrow, man. It was good chatting with you. I'll go to you with any of my tutoring needs. Or German tutoring needs. Ooh. Previously leaving the export option, ignore overlapping layers in the default on state resulted in exports that look like the export preview. In this case, an orange icon on a transparent field. Now show the background fill of the component. Hmm. Figma supports 32-bit PNGs using the RGBA color model. The A in RGBA refers to the alpha channel, which controls the opacity of a pixel. It's not possible to export PNGs without alpha value. You can represent SVGs in scripts or code, making them a popular choice for digital design, blah 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 blah. You'll need to blur the layer directly. This is what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, this setting is enabled by default when enabled. Figma only includes the selected layers in the export. Any other objects that intersect or overlap the selected object will not affect the export. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess that makes sense, kinda. Exporting a slice, the ignore overlapping layers setting works differently for slices than it does other objects. If ignore overlapping layers is enabled, the slice is contained inside the frame or group. Figma will only export the content that is in the same container as the slice and is visually within the slice boundaries. Alright, wait, maybe I need to disable the merges. Let me make sure. What the fuck? Okay, so the border is still there. That's gotta be the border. Alright, we got that. And then we can kind of see like an outline going on here. Not sure if we got an accurate like shadow or whatever on that. This is probably the image of her that's being all fucked up. Is this... Okay, so... That's not masking either. We knew that masking was a problem, but on export, the frame is visible in every file. It needs to have, it needs to be invisible except for one layer, and that is the layer that will be on bottom. So we need to adjust the frame's opacity in every image, in everything exported. Also, either bring the opacity down to 0 on the fill or stroke, before I do this, let me make a duplicate of this. My plugins. New Figma. Davinci. Solve. Backups. Alright, let's see if that fixed anything. Alright, let's go to select this. Let's go to Figma, Davinci, and what did we just do? We just made it so that way it will get rid of the stroke. So let's see if that worked. Why is everything shied away right now? It doesn't make any sense. What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck? The real Elvis, what do you want to do? Alright, so right now, what we're working on right now, man, is we're trying to make it so that way we can make a plugin for Figma that will export all the layers into DaVinci Resolve. Right now, there's some problems, and do that all with a click of a button. Because right now, there's some problems exporting stuff over to DaVinci. Like whether that's got to do with like positioning on the screen or like black, it'll just show black on the screen when there's effects on Figma things. So I'm making a plugin kind of like Overlord, if you ever see that, for After Effects, except for DaVinci. So let's go ahead and check this out. See how it's coming along here. You'll probably see here in a sec that it's showing like black on the screen. Oh no, it actually came through this time. Okay, so we were able to resolve that error, that issue. So that's good. Let me make sure everything else is coming through. Oh wait, maybe we're only able to resolve this because it's all text. Let me see. Let me check something else. Let's see if that's I don't know if this one, what this is or not. Let's find out. Yeah, so it comes through all black like this. Like this is the issue here. When there's like images in your comp like this right here, when you export it as an SVG file, it comes through all black, which can be a problem for sure. What the hell is this? Okay. Right now we just got a new bug. Okay, I love Fusion. Yeah, me too, man. I love Fusion, bro. But unfortunately, I can't upgrade my RAM because of the price online. Yeah, RAM can get expensive, man, and Fusion will eat it no matter what. Like, if you have a lot of RAM in your computer, sometimes Fusion will still go crazy on you. I think it takes advantage of whatever you currently have in your system. So, even if you get like 128 gigabytes of RAM, thing still figures out a way to run through it. It's crazy. What kind of videos do you make? Alright, so let me think. Alright, this is going to be a time consuming process, but let me bring in all the assets that we have here and see if we have all the elements. Or no, let me just count them, actually. That'll be easier. Mm, 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 mm. Actually, the problem with counting them is that we're going to get all these duplicate layers. We have to figure out a way to not get these duplicate layers. Math, animation, and graphs. Do you do that for yourself? Like, do you make those videos for yourself, or you have like a client that you're making those videos for? I love math though, man. This is all the same thing. What is the difference? Oh, actually, did that mess that up too? Let me look in Figma what this actually looks like. Is that... Yeah, the SVG messed it up too. It didn't export properly. Yeah, but math was always my favorite subject in school and stuff. I go crazy for stuff like algebra. Electric item. Clients. Oh, that's dope, man. Good stuff, brother. Hopefully they're paying you good money to do it, man. You getting paid good? Are they mean clients? Not paying you enough. Sometimes you get some clients that don't pay you a lot, so. Phoenix Baker. Alright, I feel like we might be missing something, but maybe not. Oh, the other thing I need to test is, oh, actually, do you use Figma a lot for creating, like, the math animations and graphs and stuff? Because I feel like you could get a huge benefit of using Figma for that type of stuff. I mean, I suppose it depends on what you are creating, but alright. Just checking out some stuff on the side here. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm definitely gonna make a I'm gonna make a new version of this because we have just gotten too far ahead and I don't want to F this up. Oh shit, my eyes starting to hurt. Alright, So we need to do a fresh export from Figma. Alright, let me see. most recent thing that we did in Claude. That'd be so helpful if we could, so that must be a mask. That must be a mask. I wonder if I can stand up now. Hold on. I'm gonna fix my desk. Gotta unplug it. That's my daughter's usually in here. Bum, bum, bum. Try and stand up. See if that works. What could go wrong here? Let's find out. Just gotta do this very slowly. Cause shit is stuck right now. Boom. Alright, let's see. Alright, we made it. Oh, my head's cut off, but that's fine. Alright, so what part of this actually gets fucked up? Let's find out. None of it? I'm so confused. Then why is it, okay. Oh, shit. Alright, so that's this. Or not, because literally I have... Oh yeah, I just made it transparent. So I don't think the gradient's the problem. Though that might not look the right way. But hypothetically, that's not the problem. Unless it is, let's see. Let's just do no gradient. Let's see if we have the same problem on export or not. That's not what we needed. Group 2, video action. Yeah, let's see how this comes in. Alright, bring this into Resolve and see how this looks comparatively to the other one. Yeah, so it's not the gradient that's doing that. Unless, actually, can you give me the full name? Like, that's not the full name, bro. Video actions bar SVG. This created a new bug where it's like duplicating shit, which is fine. Alright, let's see. Um. Hmm. I really need to fix the broadcast on this because it keeps fucking up my thing. Is that hard? Alright, resave that. Alright, so we gotta get to the bottom of why this is. It was the group video player, video actions bar. So where is the group video player, video actions bar? Okay, right here. What does this have on here? No effects. What is different about this that's making it come in all black? Is the blend mode the same? Fill. If we drop the stroke, let's just go one by one. This is creating a massive amount of duplicates when I export, and also it's not. Okay, so this is creating a massive amount of duplicates when I export, and also it's not. It's creating a massive amount of duplicates when I export, and it's also not. Hmm. Oh, and also it's hiding the layers when I export.
Be very clear about something. I don't believe that ads are dead. Ads are very powerful. They're going to keep being powerful, and you can always use them to make money. What I'm saying is that trying to crack ads create cold traffic, aka putting ads in front of people that don't know, like, or trust you, and getting them to buy, and being able to scale that without building a brand, I think is very hard. And if you can crack it, it's because you timed the market perfectly with a perfect offer at the perfect time. Everything came together for you to get a 3 to 4x ROAS at best. And what ends up happening is 6 months later, things stop working, ROAS dips, and you get caught in this like hamster wheel of like, oh my god, the offer's no longer working, you need to launch a new funnel, you need to change all these things because you don't have a brand to fall back on. Because you figured out a way to get someone on the internet to pay you money that doesn't know, like, or trust you, and to do it quickly. And once that stops working, you're left having to start all over again. And it's this hamster wheel. And I'm guilty of this, guys. Like, when we scaled to over $1 million a month, I was just chasing the revenue goal. All that I cared about was like, how do I hit it? How do I hit it? How do I hit it? And then what I realized is my profits weren't growing in relation to the revenue because I was just chasing this arbitrary goal. And what ends up happening is ads tend to be the easiest way to hit those big numbers because you can just keep scaling spend and generating revenue. But what ends up happening is that there's a price to pay. You have to be willing to pay for it. So, for example, you have to be willing to run scammy offers like a done for me comes for, or a trading algo offer, or a super scammy biz off offer. You have to be willing to do those things. Someone just commented on my video and that I posted on Instagram and was like, oh, like, my offer targets Chris and men, we crack it on full traffic. And I'm like, well, look, like, I'm not willing to monetize my faith. I don't feel comfortable monetizing someone else's faith. And those are the kinds of things that you must be willing to do if you want to crack cold traffic at scale. Because the reality is it's very unnatural.
Damn, I gotta get my stream up to speed. Let's see, did this, alright, this finished? Let's check it out here. Still making a ton of duplicates. Oh wait, is it not showing these layers now? Wait. No, I mean when I export, it copies and pastes multiple new of my selection into the Figma layers menu, and it also hides layers there. It can do all this during the export. I don't care. I just want it to clean up after itself.
To get someone that doesn't know you to just buy and pay you 5K on the spot or 10K is not natural. That's why the biggest offers in the world do both ads and have a big brand. The key is both. And if you're just gonna rely on cold traffic, then just know that you can definitely make it work. I made it work. It works. You can scale to like a 3 to 4x ROAS. But then again, there's some costs to it. So for example, you're gonna have to change every like 6 months. You're gonna have to be able to offer hopping. Your sales team is going to hate you because they're gonna be complaining about lead quality all the time. Your stroke rate is going to tank. You're gonna have clients coming in with horrible expectations. Your chargeback and refund rate is gonna be higher. Your clients are gonna get less results because they're not coming in ready to go, ready to work with you because they're sold on you. They're just sold on some offer that they saw on the internet where you can list them to buy on the spot and probably finance them. And then they're gonna default on their financing, and you're gonna run up a firm, and then a firm's gonna be like, we're done, and then you're gonna lose a firm, and you're gonna be stressed out because your business is fully reliant on a firm, and you're gonna have to start all over again. This is the negative cycle of cracking cold traffic. There's consequences. I'm not saying that you can't do it. You can absolutely crack cold traffic ads. I just know for a fact that there's a price to pay if you do so. You have to be willing to run some scammy offers. You have to be willing to deal with things like your sales team complaining about lead quality all the time, or things like having to rely on financing. And the way that you counteract this is just do both. Run ads, but also build an incredible brand. Whip out your phone every single day, 5 to 10 times a day. Make selfie videos. Post on YouTube. Create an ecosystem for when people come in through the ads, you can now warm them up. Stop trying to crack cold traffic where someone goes ad BSL buys or ad webinar buys, ad low ticket buys. Instead, create an ecosystem where it's ad. Now they know who you are. You create a lot of content every single day. Every time they open up Instagram or YouTube, they see your face, they hear your voice, they get sold on who you are, and then they buy. That way you get the best of both worlds. I don't believe in creating content to go viral and to generate a lot of top of funnel traffic because then you just get everyone. I believe in running ads that are targeted to your niche and then creating so much content, middle and bottom of funnel, so that when they actually book call, they actually show up. They're gonna piff. They're not gonna ask for financing. They're gonna want to work with you. They come in with good expectations. They're ready to go. That's the name of the game. So just to make it very clear, guys, I don't believe ads are dead. They're never gonna be dead. They're always gonna work. It's more so how are you using the ads. If you're using them for cold traffic, just wanting to throw up an ad in a funnel, hoping that you can convince someone on the internet to pay you, there's gonna be a price to pay. There's gonna be consequences.
Alright, now there might be a problem though.
Personally, I'm not willing to pay that price anymore. And if you just go 100% on content, then it's tough because it's hard to generate a lot of new attention. It's hard to have as much consistency as far as traffic. So run ads that are highly targeted to your niche. Create a lot of content, the same amount of content, so that you are literally following up with your prospects every single time they open up their phone. You don't have to rely on closers to follow up. You don't have to rely on email marketing that people barely check. You don't have to bombard people with text. They just open up Instagram or YouTube, which they do every single day, and they see your content, and then they buy. That's the name of the game.
Okay.
Someone's gonna be like, well, I have this offer that crack cold traffic. Sure, I'm sure there are exceptions to this rule, but generally speaking, for most people, this is how you should be viewing ads. This is how you should be viewing content. Most people should not be trying to crack cold traffic. And by the way, that one exception to the rule, they're probably so dialed in, like an insane sales team, insane marketing, insane perfect everything. And by the way, that offer probably still won't be here in 6 months.
Alright. This might have just worked for what we needed it to do right there. Always execute whether the export succeeds or fails, or throws an error partway through. Before this fix, any error during export async would leave the clone sitting in Figma layers panel indefinitely. I don't know where the fuck that is, dude. %, versus last month. Let's just bring these into Davinci. Let's see. It's not that many assets, so we can see how we're doing here. Why can't this just be alphabetical? It doesn't make any sense why that needs to be out of order. Let's bring in the full image. we don't need number and chart or whatever. Let's see. So hypothetically, no, actually what we'd want to do is we'd want this to be opposite. What the fuck? Isn't this 1280 by 720? So why the hell is that? That makes no sense, dude. Oh, I got it on for the wrong viewer. That's why. That makes sense now. Okay, that shit stays in the same place. Do we have all the assets though? And also it might be exporting in the wrong order too. Alright, first off, let's check to see if we have all the assets. Again, I don't know what that is. I need to export these at 4x. So I'm not able to see what the hell that is. Export settings 4x. Download zip. Oh boy.
I'm not sure if I'm okay, I'm not sure if I'm in the right position, but let's give it a try. I heard someone say embarrassment.
What did you say? No, I'm still on.
Alright, so early today.
Huh? Okay. Yeah, can you do that, please? Yeah, can you put them in, please? I'm not sure. Can you put the clothes in, though? Alright, let me see if we have all the layers here. Do a full export again because I just lose track. Alright, so all trend up does is it pushes the 40% over. Okay. Noted. So let me download the zip for that. Go into Davinci. Go ahead. Wait, what the fuck? Why is this only exporting? Oh, I clicked on trend up. Stupid. Downloading zip. Click. Boom. Extract. Alright, let me put both these back on. Alright, let me get rid of this because that was junk. And then we need this full version. Alright, and then if we bring in Fusion, import SVG. I want this to be in the foreground. Oops. Seven. Okay, so that's correct. It just still has black borders. So let me make another copy of this. before I type that, let me check our assets because we need to see. We need an image of the lady as well. The mask. Alright, so that's nothing. So we're missing. First off, it's exporting all the files in the wrong order. So let me check that. Is it like raining outside or something? Alright, so it goes user, arrow, and then label Phoenix Baker. Is this the text? Dude, I so wish that that was bigger. I don't understand why. Number chart marker dot svg. Video player, video action button, pause. I guess it depends on how you look at this. Group 2. Keep forgetting. So that's supposed to be the mask. Does the line exist? Or is that totally getting excluded? Might have broke when we told it to get rid of duplicates and it thought it was doing something, but ended up doing something different. That sucks. Let me check if any of this stuff is accurate though, because most of it was. Alright, let's see if we get rid of, it's 40, right? Yep. Let's get rid of this. Is 40 sitting in the correct spot? Nope. Well, that sucks. Thought we were almost done with that part, but I guess not. Alright, so we still need to figure this part out too on why it's bringing in the black background. There's got to be something in the Figma files that are making it bring it in a black background, but I can't figure out exactly what. Whether it's a mask or something. Also, the plugin is not exporting all the assets. Remember a couple prompts ago when you got confused on what I was saying? Then we fixed the actual issue in the next prompt. I think you might have broke this here, but I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it was already broken. Alright, let's see.
Today, Anthropic finally added a feature that kills OpenClaw, as many people online have been saying. And that is the ability to message Claude code via Telegram, Discord, and other channels using a new feature called Claude Code Channels. Now, over the last 4 weeks, Anthropic have been adding pretty much every Claude Code primitive, such as remote control, autonomous cron jobs, persistent memory, and finally we now have channels in Claude Code. Now, people have been saying the real impact of OpenClaw was normalizing the ability to chat with your AI from any channel And now you can do exactly that with Claude Code. Now you could previously do this about 2 weeks ago using the loop feature that I talked about in Claude Code, but this is a much more efficient and native solution, because Anthropic team released an official plugin to the Claude Code marketplace about this. Now this video will be focused on how you can set this up with Telegram, but if you want to know how to set up with Discord, then that will be available in a free video in my Master Claude Code class. If you don't see anything, then that means you need to update your marketplace for the plugin. So if you go to right, you can see it says Claude Plugins Official, and go over here, do update marketplace, and then once it has been updated, we can then go back and then search for Telegram, and that should appear. So pressing enter on this, then doing install for you, that will begin installing it, and we have to reload our plugins to activate this. But we actually have to exit out of Claude Code and then rerun it in a different mode. So let me clear this, then we run Claude again, but we have to add a channels flag. So you paste in this command, that will be down below for you to copy, and then you can press enter on this, but I'm going to actually add dangerously skip permissions, which ideally you should not do, but many people like doing this. So dangerously skip permissions, so it will not ask for permissions to do anything. Pressing enter over here, you can see it says now listening for channel messages from this. And we want to set up our Telegram bot now. So you want to go over to Telegram and then search for botfather, and then you want to do /new bot, and then it will ask you to give your bot a name. So I'm going to call my bot masterclaudecode.com, and it says you have to add the word bot to the end of it, so let me just add that. So adding bot, press.
Alright guys, think that's going to be a wrap for this one. If you guys need any additional help in DaVinci Resolve, or just coding up applications or anything like that, maybe making a website or making an app for something, hit that link in the description, my website eddies.org. Come check it out, and then you can also get all the tools that I'm building or have currently built that I've already put on there. There's a couple in the backlog, but we'll get them up there at some point. Alright, catch you guys in the next one.